Може да го направят максимално добро. Макар че това литерали можеха да го подготвят и да го направят примерно още днеска и да си го пуснат. Целта. Какво стана, бе, батки? С тези синематици? Филмчета ли гледам? Крейзи. Това кой трябва да е? Това Хин, Зала или Есуе? Това кой е? Ани? Който идва? Това си Тима! Ало! Тази господица не сме гледали, до сега не сме гледали. Деце, много крейс. Кой е това? Арам? Зет, оу. Това нов Арам ли трябва да е или браво е това? Оставя, бате! Кой е този герой, бе? Това Кали ли беше, бе? What the fuck? Това е тази глупост, бе. Какво се случи, бе? Заболяха му очите.
Hey everyone, I'm RIOT Cadmus.
Long time no see, gamers. I'm RIOT Flux.
We're here to talk a bit more about the ARAM changes that you just saw. In Act 2, we're going to be adding multiple maps to ARAM. After Champs...
Люди, стига прави ARAM ченджове, вземи направи някакъв нов интересен гейминг мод, къде да се играе повече от 2 дена. Стига пипа той ARAM. Пусни нещо интересно. Направи нещо като едно време, като у нея трешове, къде са пащаха и се фърляха в едни черни дупки. Направи нещо като да знам, като Одисей. Направи нещо хубаво и смислено, интересно и хубаво в тази игра. Стига занимава с това Арам.
Select when you load in, you'll randomly get one of 3 maps. The classic Howling Abyss, an old favorite, the Butcher's Bridge, and an all-new Spirit Blossom themed map, Cushion's Crossing.
Our goal with introducing more maps to ARAM is to bring more excitement and variety to each game.
И това е само ако искат просто да правят забавни модове. Иначе да си оправят играта, защото е яко бъгава и прецакана и изчупена от всякъде. Кодовете не бачка.
Without fundamentally changing what you all love about the mode. That said, we do have some unique additions to the new maps that we want to go over. We'll start with the newest map. The most notable changes, other than the whole visual reskin, are the Spirit Blossom portals. They'll be replacing hex gates, but we won't just have them take you from your base to your outermost turret.
We also added some portals to the center of the map, so you can use them to try to make the outplay of a lifetime.
Що гледахме главата на Riot Август?
Or simply get out.
Главия ми той.
We can't wait to see the
какъв outplay!
creative ways you'll find to
Докато я бият и се телепортира мъжествено.
use them. Additionally, we made some terrain adjustments to the middle of the map to make fights feel a little bit different
И коде, портира се там, където са лошите да я заколят.
than they do in the Howling Abyss, while still remaining an all-out ARAM fiesta. Just to manage expectations, we're experimenting with this as a season-themed map, so let us know how you like it.
Moving over to the Butcher's Bridge. We know a lot of longtime ARAM enjoyers have fond memories of the old event map, and so do we. It's something that many of you have asked us to bring back.
So we're bringing it back.
And we even killed Gangplank again.
No. We're not shipping that. No. Just
welcome back to the scenic, haunting depths of Bilgewater, where you can become a pirate and maybe enjoy a power flower or two. Inspired by Arena, these power flowers refund your cooldowns and give you some shielding, but they won't heal you. They grow in a new, small alcove located in the center of the bridge. We added them to be a new incentive to start fights, similar to health relics.
Please. Изследте нещо ново или качете някой стар мод. Disgusting.
Should keep things from being too stale for too long. Don't worry though, they aren't as powerful as they are in Arena, so they shouldn't impact the outcome of a fight unless it comes down to the smallest of margins. We also added cannons to both spawns because are you really a pirate if you don't have cannons?
no. These cannons aren't just good at getting you around the map. They're also a more interesting and aggressive way to get back into the action and knock enemies up where you land. Their range will depend.
Вау! Вкарахме ранг. Вкарахме. Днес съм изключително затъпял и прост. И с ограничен речников запас. УРФ, вкарахме на УРФ каноните в Арам.
Depend on your furthest standing tower, which means if your inhibitor's down and the enemy is pushing in on you for the win, you could take advantage of the cannons and get a 5-person knockup, setting up your Yasuo for an amazing ultimate to turn the tables on the enemy team.
Last, but certainly not least, we have the Howling Abyss.
Chinese fake video.
This is something us ARAM mains call home. And because so many of you love the map as it is today, we didn't make any changes to it. Like we said, we wanted to preserve the core ARAM experience, and we think that keeping Howling Abyss untouched will help with that.
We also wanted to talk about a non-map related change that we have coming to ARAM, champion cards. One long-standing piece of player feedback we've heard is that the amount of champions you can choose from in each game feels a little inconsistent. It could be frustrating if your teammates leave some rerolls on the table and you're stuck with 2 to 3 champs on the bench to choose from. So, in order to give you all more options more consistently, we're removing the reroll system and replacing it with champion cards.
When you enter Champ Select, you'll be presented with 2 champs to choose from. You'll have a bit of time to pick one, at which point the other will go to the bench. This guarantees you'll get at least 10 champs to choose from in any lobby. And if you get lucky, you'll be given 3 champs to pick from. We considered always giving 3 options, but that might lead to getting some champs too reliably, and who wants a Nidalee, Ziggs, or Xerath in every one of their games?
Going forward, we want to make sure that all of you ARAM mains know how much we appreciate you.
ARAM mains! ARAM мейнове ли бе, брато? Аз Арам мейнове, освен Чичо Юли и Игароки, не познавам. Пълно уважение и любов към Чичо Юли, но брато, само жените играят Арам. Без, нали, той Чичо Юли не е жена, да е жив и здрав, аз много се го обичам, но кой играе Арам, бе, бате?
And we'll think of ways to keep ARAM feeling fresh and loved. If you thought the Bridge of Progress, for example, had too many changes, this should be quite a bit less, as we focus mostly on slightly altering the map shape, as opposed to introducing more drastic
То бременен ли? Защо Корея му е така? То да не е бил жена до преди 2 месеца.
changes like
Че
snowball,
то в Америка не се знае от кой пол си, принцип.
health relic buffs, inhibitor rewards, and so on. Going forward, we don't want to make these changes in isolation, but it is going to take some testing and learning to get them right.
We're looking for your feedback to know what you enjoy, what we get right, and what we can improve. So please, keep talking to us so we can continually build and improve on the modes all of you love.
We think that this new map pool will be a fun and exciting addition to ARAM, but we want to get your feedback first before we commit to making this change permanent. As a reminder, Brawl is currently live, so please make sure you go give it a try. That's it from us. As always, thanks for playing, and we'll see you in ARAM.
All right, as you can probably tell by now, we're still deep in the Spirit Blossom Festival, and almost everything this season has ties to the massive bloom, or wild bloom as it's called in Ionia, from the new ARAM map to the increased Spirit Blossoms on Summoner's Rift, and even our next champion, Yanara.
We aren't going to get into specifics about Yanara right now. She's still not coming out for a few more patches, but we do want to confirm that she's a traditional ADC with a core focus on auto attacks. We brought in a bunch of content creators and influencers from around the world to get a sneak preview of her gameplay, and you'll get a full reveal of her kit with these creators in just 2 weeks. And similar to Mel, Yanara will be earnable by completing a few missions.
Outside of core gameplay, we'll be releasing another metagame this act. It's a 2.5D side-scrolling beat-em-up featuring, you guessed it, Yanara alongside Xin Zhao. While you dodge, punch, kick, slide, and fight, you'll get to experience more of this season's story and learn more about the mysterious Wild Bloom. We saw some feedback around the Demon's Hand, around having to grind a ton of League games to progress, so this one is more self-contained. That means you can play the entire story without playing League matches in between.
But wait,
Защото всичките са.
that's not all.
Тя това лигата е в такова положение.
Would it really be Spirit Blossom without a way to befriend some spirits, if you know what I mean? That's right, we've got a spiritual successor for Spirit Bonds, just a bit smaller in scale this time. This year's version will allow you to connect with some new spirits and earn their favor by simply playing League and completing champion-specific missions. And when you've earned enough favor, you'll get a little reward from each spirit, like a nice, firm handshake.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay.
The courtyard is unlocked after you complete the beat 'em up metagame, and just like last time, it does require league gameplay to progress. Now, we know that visual novels and relationship-based games might not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. In general, we want to continue to experiment with these metagames, so we'll keep trying different cadences, genres, and styles to make sure we're creating something for everyone over time. With that, I'll hand it over to Matt and Drew to talk about griefing and inting.
Disgusting.
Hey everyone, I'm RIOT Froxon. And I'm just a capybara. As a recap, in the last dev update, we announced we are updating our systems to better detect and penalize disruptive behaviors like inting and griefing. So this time, we're back to let you know how this update went. When we rolled this out, it was really important to us to not punish low-skill players. Their play is sometimes hard to distinguish from players who intentionally lose in higher skill games, so we were a bit conservative with our rollout.
To date, the detections have a 99.95% accuracy rate.
Брат, всяка игра имам, всяка игра в 200 LP лобита имам 0-10, 0-15, топлейнер, мидлейнер, саппорт или адец, всяка игра. Толкова е зле, какъв дете крица, какви глупости говориш бе, дюди?